Bouterse's victims fought for 41 years. They never gave up, and maybe we can do that too.
So patience does pay.
Patience, but active patience. Let's remember that in this case, the statute of limitations was about to expire in 2000, and it was only because the victims' families filed a case that the statute of limitations was stopped and that this case could move forward. And really, my admiration, my congratulations to the family members who never gave up and who fought to see this day and are now rewarded by seeing justice done.
What does this case say about the democracy of Suriname?
I think it speaks wonders about this. I mean, the fact that I'm in such admiration of the fact that in the first instance, when the Krijgsraad convicted Bouterse, he was actually the president. That doesn't happen in almost any other country. In the United States, the president has immunity when he's in office. In most countries, a sitting president has immunity. Here, the judges, throughout this process, throughout all the delays, throughout all of the interference, showed that they wear the mantle of judicial independence very proudly. And I think it says a lot about Surinamese democracy, a lot about the rule of law. It says that nobody is above the law, no matter how powerful you are. It's a powerful, it puts Suriname really on the map of judicial integrity and of the rule of law.
Yeah. The fact that Bouterse said during his meeting Saturday, 16th of December, that it was a political process, so that does not withstand them.
You know, I listened to the judges today. I've read the judgments in the courts below. It seems that the evidence was very, very strong. It would have been political not to prosecute someone who is alleged to have committed these kinds of crimes. Obviously, it took, what was political is how long it took. But the fact is that the judges deliberated and as far as I can tell, rendered a judgment based on the facts and based on the law. Under international law, under the Inter-American Convention on Human Rights, pardons and other measures cannot operate to prevent accountability for the worst human rights crimes. We saw the Inter-American Court in the case of the President of Peru, Alberto Fujimori, say you cannot use a pardon to do that. Obviously, a pardon is acceptable if it's on humanitarian grounds, if somebody is unfit to remain in jail, if somebody has a terminal illness. But a pardon to say you don't have to pay the price for your crime because you are the president. Because you are powerful, because you are above the law, that would be against Suriname's obligations under international law. And I think, you know, today is such a proud day for Suriname. It's such a strong day for Surinamese democracy. I would think that even Bouterse's supporters would want to see that this is a democratic decision. A court has applied the facts, applied the law, has persevered, has shown fortitude and independence, and has come to a decision that upholds rechtsstaat, that upholds the rule of law. And I think all around the world, people are going to say, well, Suriname, they've got a real democracy here.
So President Santokhi should not honor any requests for a pardon?
I can't speak to the president. I can only say that a pardon on other than humanitarian grounds, on grounds other than the average convicted murderer would get a pardon. I mean, if somebody is convicted of 15 murders, but they're dying, then you can give them a pardon. They have some, I mean, there are reasons that you can give a, but you cannot discriminate in giving a pardon because the person was the president, because the person was the most powerful, because that would be essentially saying that if you're powerful, you can get away with it. And that, under international law, under the Inter-American Convention, of which Suriname is a proud member, would be a violation.